Hello and welcome back to Ontario Soccer Centre for our second match in our doubleheader here. This time it's the men's turn to take the field as we have the Humber Hawks versus the Lambton Lions. I'm Andrew Milani. Alongside with me on the call is Matt Hamill. And Matt,
hello.
We saw quite the game before with the women outscoring Lambton, the Humber women outscoring Lambton 7-0 in what was quite a rout for the Hawks. Now it's going to be a different challenge here, obviously, for the men. What are you looking for here this afternoon?
Yeah, well, it's the Humber team coming in as the third-ranked team in the nation, and they have a 3-0-1 record, that one tie coming against Sheridan. Otherwise, it's been all W's for the Hawks this season. And they're taking on a Lambton team, Andrew, that has yet to capture a victory. They are 0-5 with 1 goal for and 8 against. So, Andrew, I think that for Lambton, they've obviously had their woes in the offensive end and have not really been able to find the back of the net. So I think for the Humber Hawks, maybe a similar recipe for success that we saw for the women's game, where the women got a goal early and were able to just kind of apply the offensive pressure. That might be the key to victory here today. We'll see what kind of start Humber gets off to, and I think if Lambton can keep it a low-scoring game and, you know, maybe keep it locked up at 0, or maybe even Lambton get that early goal in the game, and it could really change the complexion. But I think we're going to see the Hawks determined to get some early offense here.
Yeah, absolutely. And you mentioned that tie to Sheridan earlier. Their one kind of mark on them to prevent them from having a perfect season. That tie was really what took them from opening the season top of the national rankings to number 3. So they're going to have to work back their way a little bit with that draw, but still plenty of soccer left to be played this year. Both teams getting into their huddles. Lambton already getting ready to take the field. Referees on the field. We're just about ready for another 90 minutes of great OCAA soccer.
Let's go, partner. We have, again, you mentioned the national rankings there. Humber sitting at number 3. Ontario, as usual, well represented on that top 15 ranked teams in the nation. Number 1 in the country, in the nation's capital. The Algonquin Wolves sit atop the CCAA national rankings in that number 1 spot. Humber's at number 3, also looking down for more Canadian or Ontario content. The Centennial Colts are 9th in the nation in that top 10. And then rounding things out for the province of Ontario are the Fanshawe Falcons, Humber's rival Birds, in the 13th spot in those national rankings. So looking at a Lambton team, Andrew, that's really got their work cut out for them against, you know, one of the most dangerous programs in the country. And for the Hawks, this is game 1 of 2 this weekend. We were mentioning this earlier today with the women's game, but the St. Clair Saints will be right back here. So Humber is going to have a busy weekend of soccer. It all kicks off right now with the Hawks with the first possession.
And if you need any more evidence about how strong Humber's been in soccer lately, look at those banners in the background. Those are representing the 9 national championships that this team has won throughout their tenure, including 7 in the last 15 years or so. We're underway here. Humber opening up with possession. Humber sending it in late. Nice little pass. Humber working the ball well. Contact just outside the box, no call. There's Jacob Ball on the end of that contact. Humber still hanging on to the possession, being forced out of the attacking third. Referee blows his whistle. Free kick will go to Humber. About midway through midfield in the 18-yard box.
Andrew, this Humber team, you know, we talk about ranking and right atop there, in the top 3 in the nation. But offensively, Andrew, over 4 games, it's only 8 goals. 2 per game, nothing to sneeze at. But you're looking at other teams in the province of Ontario that have scored, let's say for Fanshawe, 17 goals in the season. A team like Seneca has scored 20, 25 goals have been scored by Algonquin. So it's a Humber team that could really maybe start to get up there in terms of scoring when you look at the rest of the league.
Yeah, absolutely. The goals have not maybe been there as much as we wanted to, but on the defensive end, they've been quite strong. I believe only 3 conceded to start the year.
And that puts Humber in good company there. Only 1 team has allowed less goals than Humber on the season, and that is in the other East Division. The Centennial Colts 2 goals against in 5 games. Pretty remarkable stuff.
Yeah,
Humber
quite impressive.
also in rarefied air with only 3 allowed. So both defensive and offensive play a key here.
That was a nice looking ball by Jacob Ball, just a little bit too far for his teammate, Marcus Riviere. Keeper for Lambton will scoop that up. He's wearing gold. Humber in white, Lambton in blue. Humber's keeper today wearing red as well. Lambton moving the ball well from right to left. Riviere wins that ball back. Humber back in possession. Big blast up to midfield as Riviere with it. Pushes it ahead to Ball, turns back. Good ball to the box, shot, and just past the far post. That was a great ball there by Christian Krishishian. Could have opened up the scoring right there.
Yeah, Krishishian, that was very close, and I think from our angle, maybe the spectators on that far side of the field had a different angle on it. That looked like it was on its way to bounce it in. No dice. The scoreless game continues. But Andrew, we talked about the key for Humber, not only to continue with the strong defensive play, but really establish themselves offensively in this game. And almost an early goal there for the home team.
Another ball bouncing towards the keeper. He'll grab that one up, preventing any Humber attack there. Humber wins the ball back in midfield. Riviere with it. In the box, knocked down. Referee pointing to the spot.
Ooh, doggy.
We're gonna have a penalty. Our first penalty of the day.
Yeah, and really only our second on the season. For the Humber Hawks, they've had 1 penalty kick. They did not convert. Take a second look here, Andrew, as we really see Humber press it early in the game. Streaking in here.
Yeah, clearly a penalty there, knocked down from behind.
So Riviere was the one hauled down.
No mistake on that penalty. Humber up 1-0.
Yeah, that was money. Penalty kick. That now puts Humber 1 for 2 penalty kicks on the year. And that is going to be, by the looks of it, Humber's number 9 who popped that one in. Check that. Number 2, Andrew. So even though it was Riviere hauled down, Matthew Mike,
the captain,
popping it in.
And now it's Lambton's turn to try and come right back, but they give up possession right away. Right, he opened up the scoring, passes it over. Ball pushed ahead near the corner. Lambton back in possession. Ball trickles out of bounds. Referee signals for a goal kick. Just about the 6-minute mark. Another early goal for the Hawks, so 2 for 2 on that here today. The women score 20 seconds in. The men about 4 minutes in. Humber's gonna pass it back to the keeper. Leitch keeping it in bounds. Gives it away though. We get it right back. Humber in their trademark possession style, passing it back to the keeper. Just trying to spread out players in that field as wide as possible.
You know, Andrew, we can see that always so effective for a team that can come out and really dominate the possession. That really does dictate who's in the driver's seat of the game, and that really does make it hard. If Humber's able to continue with this great ball control here, good passing, not really giving Lambton a chance to have the rock and kind of have their offensive momentum build. And right now we've seen some good ball control for Humber early in the game and off to a quick start with a 1-0 lead.
Absolutely. Lambton's going to take over on a free kick here. Keeper is going to scoop that one up, and we'll take away that Lambton opportunity right away. Humber advancing the ball. Riviera coming with speed on that far side, still going. We're going to center the ball. Pass it to the left back. Crossed over wide to the other end. Cross into the box. Trickles to the goalie. Almost a collision there, but the keeper will scoop that one up. Chance here. And another save there for the Lambton keeper. So 2 in a row. 2 pretty good ones.
Yeah, Marshall in net. The first-year player, Marshall Maith, is goalkeeping duties on tap today for the Lambton Lions, and obviously has his work cut out for him against the Humber team with some dangerous players on that offensive side.
Humber looking to build on their lead. Ball was for Riviera. Couldn't quite get to that one.
On the other side in net for Humber is Danielle Sinai, another first-year keeper. So a battle of first-year tenders here in this Saturday afternoon game. Last Saturday of September, Andrew.
Ball is here.
Most definitely here.
Spooky season right around the corner. Thanksgiving.
Almost time to start putting those scary movies in the Netflix queue.
Or if you're with me and my girlfriend, you'll be forced to watch the Twilight series, but either way.
I'll sprinkle a little Gilmore Girls in there too, partner. I
Okay.
think you're all good.
Referee having a talking to. One more look at the penalty goal. Perfect shot into the corner. Couldn't ask for anything more from the captain.
And Leitch with an absolute banger. And the keeper guessing the wrong way, and Humber's captain getting the squad up to an early lead. Kind of some parallels to the women's game. We did see the Humber women's team really, much, much faster. About a minute and a half, maybe even less into the game. They scored that first one. And we see the men's team for Humber also coming out the game with some physical play there and also an early goal.
Some contact after the whistle there. A couple players will just leave that to bed. We'll just keep playing. A trio of substitutions getting ready to come in for the Lions.
Can someone get me the slate, white diamond slate? Can someone get me the white diamond slate? Hello. Can you get me the white diamond slate?
What I'm saying is, everybody's flowing this way. There's 3 sets. You see where they are? So on the side.
Yeah.
A lot of communication from both sides, but looking at Robert Oster.
You know where they are now, right?
Yeah.
12 for Lambton, really. Or pardon me, it's actually Victor Mantilla by way of Columbia. Really vocal out there in that front line for this Lambton team.
Chance in the box here, Rivera. Now getting knocked out of bounds, taking no chances. With that was the Lambton defense, and Humber will have a throw-in from deep in the Lambton end. Hawks. Keeper on that one. Kicked out to midfield. Humber winning back possession. Moving it upfield quickly. Nice ball into the box. Rivera on it again. Who's the man knocked down that caused the penalty. Puts it on net, and that's a goal! Right over the fingertips of the keeper. Rivera's on the board for his first of the game.
How do you like that, Andrew? Another goal early in the game for Humber, and yeah, that time just some good offensive movement in the zone, and the Hawks able to establish a 2-goal lead in just over 12 minutes into the game. So, Andrew, this is kind of the way the Hawks brought it up, right? Mentioned undefeated on the season, but only 8 goals in 4 games, and really got the impression that the offense is firing on all cylinders right now.
Yeah, absolutely, and we talked about the women's game. They got on Lambton early, the Lions, and then the men's team right now do much of the same. 2 quick goals by the 13th minute. And just like that, the Lions' task just got a little bit harder.
I don't expect Humber's offensive pressure to really slow down, Andrew. It seems like there's really going to be some opportunities for some of these Hawks to uncork some good chances. Head coach Quino for the Hawks would like to see his team just keep the foot on the gas pedal at this juncture. Fall into any kind of false sense of security here. And Andrew, we see the Hawks playing against the last place team in the West Division today. Whistle blown. You see the official going to call it against the Lions there, Andrew. So there's second goal of the game, and that one was just a little too high. You saw the keeper, Mike Nath, got a hand on it, but just a well-placed ball made it an unsavable one there.
Here's Rivera. He just scored the last goal out wide. Centering it for ball. Going into the box. Looking for space outside. Puts it in. Wow. The pass. Shot. Woo! There's another one. 3-0 Humber early. Christian Kashishian.
Yeah, Kashishian buries it. Andrew, how about that movement from ball? I mean, that's a player for Humber who can really kind of use the moves and the agility. Turned on a dime and delivered an absolute dime. And how about the finish, though, Andrew? I mean, I wouldn't want to have the job of having to get in front of that shot. That thing had some firepower on it. Ultimately found its way to some twine for now a 3-goal lead for Humber.
Not even 15 minutes into the game, Humber leads by 3. And this hill for Lambton continuing to build quickly.
So a beautiful assist from ball. Kashishian with the finish. And everything going the way it's supposed to for Humber Hawks.
Another one. Oh my. 4-0. And this game is on the edge of going out of control. 3 quick ones there for the Humber Hawks. Bam, bam, bam.
Okay, Andrew, let's have another look here. Our HSN replay, and right off the whistle, it's the Hawks got possession. Andrew dishing it right across and finishing it off. Marcus Riviere, second goal of the game. So, Andrew, that was goal number 4 we just had a second look at. Let's take a look at the third one. Ball with a great pass.
And a shot right there. No chance there for the keeper. Just a rocket on net from that close range. No chance. Another substitution being made for the Lions. And right now, you got to imagine that they're just searching for answers right now.
So Leitch with the opening goal of the game, Andrew, on that penalty kick. Then he had Riviere, and then a great goal from Kashishian that we just saw on replay. Riviere tacks on another one, and if my math is correct, Andrew, that's 4 for the Hawks. Strong start here in the first half, and what did we talk about earlier on? A strong offensive start, and that's what the Hawks have been able to muster up here.
I mean, a strong offensive start is an understatement here. This is Quite the early thrashing here.
Thanos level strength here on this offensive start for the Humber Hawks.
Something like that. A lot less purple, though.
Well, a heroic effort nonetheless here as the Humber team is looking to really get this weekend off to a good start, because this is game 1 of 2 tomorrow. This is right now the Hawks facing the last place team in the West, but tomorrow, Andrew, the second last place team in the West Division comes into town in the St. Clair Saints. So for Humber, certainly a chance to, in their mind, hopefully add some more wins to the tally and keep climbing those national rankings, currently sitting number 3 in the nation.
I mean, those national rankings, we've talked about this time and time again, ultimately don't mean too much, but gosh, are they fun to talk about.
Andrew, it's just human nature.
Yeah. Gotta who's the best.
Isn't it subjective? No, it's not.
Not when it's my opinion. Humber in possession here in midfield.
And there's Franz Mello wearing number 21 today.
Nice move to get around his man. Bite off the ball, though. Lambton just clears that out.
Good defensive play, separating the body from the ball.
And there's number 5. Beautiful shot from the edge of the box.
Another beauty from the Hawks. Oh my goodness. And a little celebration. And a good reason to be happy for the team in the white uniforms today.
3.
Like Luca Pinto, I think, was the one that popped that one in. So a lot of different players getting involved in the scoring.
Just about a perfect spot. Start.
Pinto is the goal scorer there, Andrew. He's also the OCAA Athlete of the Week. And how about that as we head into the weekend, still red hot for number 3.
Yeah, it looks like he's gunning for back-to-back honors for Athlete of the Week with that strike right there. Now it's Lambton's turn to once again take possession. What a horrible start for them, just gets worse and worse.
Well, a tall order, Andrew. I mean, this is a Humber team. They're getting chances right now, but I mean, it's not like they're just kind of, squeaking in easy goals. These are some pretty good effort that they're putting into, just burying some of these opportunities was very pretty goals, and boy, oh boy, they are just getting their looks, and they are converting unbelievably strong. As you mentioned, maybe saying it's a strong start is underselling it a little bit, so work on more adjectives, but my goodness.
Get a thesaurus in here. But Humber's really picking apart this Lambton attack or this Lambton side rather, with their passing here. Just, the right pass to make at the right time, and right now the Lions just don't have an answer. Nice steal there, but Lions right on that one. Will pass back to safety. Humber content to work the ball on their side of the field.
Keeper there, Sinai hasn't seen a whole lot of action, as it's been an offensive onslaught for the Hawks.
Ball deep in the Lambton end, just got that one out in time. Nice ball there, just couldn't get it to his man. He'll be knocked out of bounds safely for a Humber throw-in.
Yeah, Lambton's gonna have to be on their toes though, as Humber quickly getting the ball in play, and we've just seen Humber really drum up some offense seemingly out of nowhere, right? We saw that length of time between the 3rd and 4th goal, right? Must have been a 12-second difference as the Hawks just spring onto offense so quickly.
Ball there with a good ball there. Humber wanted a penalty there for a handball in the box, won't get it. Good job there to win that ball. Knocked down right in front of the box, no call. Rivera shot, that's saved. Ball still loose. Shot. And that one will find its way to the back of the net. Christian Kashishian is second already of the game.
And initial I mean, after an initial great save there, Andrew, but we didn't have much time to admire it because it was Humber continuing with the press. And yeah, you mentioned yet another player now for Humber in the multiple goal territory, and Kashishian still doing some fantastic offensive work there. So no signs of slowing down. Andrew, we have a replay coming up here, and there's that initial save, but can't quite wrestle it and get the handle on it. And that was just a blast with a great shooting lane and really finding a perfect spot to place that ball.
They got that right below the crossbar as well, almost perfect placement. And you mentioned Humber's lack of goals coming into this one. They're almost doubling up their totals, much like the women did last game.
Yeah, right, Andrew. We talked about the Humber Hawks entering this game with, you know, not a ton of offensive production. They've had enough, certainly, especially combined with their defensive prowess, to allow the team a solid undefeated record. But Humber only scored 8 goals coming into this game and 5 here in the first 22 and change. Make that 6 goals, Andrew. We'll get that updated here.
Here's ball in the box. Another shot, and there's the hat trick, Christian Kashishian. 3 goals in 23 minutes. What an achievement. I guess even less considering the gap between the goals, but still incredible. 7-0 lead now for Humber.
So Andrew, that's certainly putting another exclamation mark on the hot start here. And it's not only the, you know, start of this game for Humber, really off to a looking good here, but, you know, start to a doubleheader weekend. So
yeah,
again, how much of this can they transfer over and parlay into that game tomorrow against the visiting Saints?
I mean, if they can carry half of these goals into tomorrow, I mean, you probably have a pretty good game. We're just halfway through the first half here. Back heel pass won't go. Ball outside the box, looking for the cross. That's blocked. Kashishian passes it back, edge of the box. That's blocked, pops up. A couple Lambton players colliding into each other, trying to knock it out. Humber gets that ball right back.
Oh, no.
And we have a player down. He is in some pain, unfortunately.
Trainer coming out to the field, Andrew. That was a nasty collision of 2 Lambton defenders trying to close in on that ball.
Yeah.
And we'll get the camera off the injured player, but almost looked like, Andrew, maybe it was a possible collision of the head as they were both going, but judging by how the injured athlete is kind of grabbing more at the midsection, we will maybe reserve judgment on that. But here's a look at that 7th goal. Andrew, there was buried for the Hattie.
And a tough angle from there as well. Kind of on the edge of the box there. We'll see, there's Kashishian, number 12. Didn't have much space to operate with in terms of space in the net there, but he made no mistake there. And he is having a day.
Well, good to see the injured Lion is jogging his way off the field, so always encouraging to see the injured athlete moving off on their own power.
Yeah, always a little scary to see, especially kind of slammed his fist to the ground in frustration. We're just going to hope that he's okay.
22 for 5, 27 for 6.
A couple substitutions have checked into the game for Lambton.
Going to be a free kick taken by the keeper here for Lambton. Humber steals that one right back. Dancing the ball well. Beautiful cross into the box. Kashishian right on that one, but saved by the keeper.
Yeah, Maith all over that one, and he's going to roll it up to help his Lions team transition into the offensive side, but an errant pass picked off.
For Laik, he scored the opening goal. Cross, can't quite connect with Rivera. That would have been quite a beautiful goal.
Andrew, these passes for Humber are just right on the money. It's just one of those things where the Hawks just look totally dialed in. You got to imagine confidence sky high right now.
Yeah, blasting across like that through the box, that takes some skill.
And even just the sort of lead pass to get Humber deep in the zone was just a thing of beauty. Perfectly placed. And a near goal, almost making it an 8-0 game.
Low give and go through the midfield. Humber still in possession. Into the box for Rivera, fighting. Keeper will jump on that one. Lambton the attacking third, but that will be waved down for an offside. Minutes into this game, Humber averaging a goal every 4 minutes so far. It's been quite the dominant performance here today.
I know you did, sorry.
Good ball movement there on the far side. Coming to the box. Ball edge of the box, shoots it. Just past the far post. Humber definitely with no lack of opportunities here that haven't gone in.
Goal kick. You know, still waiting to see Lambton really establish a bit of an offensive presence. Not much in the way of opportunities as Humber continues to just hog that ball and hang on to it with some very tight passing. Seeing it right here.
Well done, Marcus.
Riviere dumps it to the outside there.
Ball on the far side, coming towards the box. Looking for the cross. Gets by a bunch of defenders. Rivera just a little bit too much air underneath that one.
Yeah, and the keeper was chasing down the earlier angle. That kind of had maybe almost too much cage to work with because there's a lot of space to pop that one in the net, but it is blasted off the target.
Final 15 minutes of the first half. It's been all Humber Hawks if you're just joining us. 7-0 to score. Christian Kashishian with the hat trick. Yeah, and Matthew Like, the captain, opened the scoring on a penalty.
Yeah, a couple of multi-goal scorers for the Hawks. Riviere's potted in two and nearly had his own hat trick moments ago.
Pinto advances it.
And Mello with the ball now. Mello's got a nice pass there onto the far side.
Finds a wide open Lascano. Cross into the box, knocked away. Rivera fighting for it. Tries to advance it himself, won't work. Like the captain. Small little move to get that ball back. Cross into the box, blasted away. Humber will have to try again. A lot of contact there. Both players staying on their feet.
I think Lambton's going to get called for the foul. That time it was a couple different collisions, but on the second time, the official saying that Jeremiah Nappy was too aggressive. So that's the whistle that blew that play dead.
Nice little move to get in the box. He's knocked down. Ball with it. Shot. Oh, bar down. That stay out.
That one's got to look out for my Chevy Impala in the parking lot there, partner. That one is going long distance.
We had a shot that went bar down out by the looks of it.
No, that was, yeah, quite the contact with the crossbar. And now we've seen a few on this field today, maybe more so in the women's game, of those, you know, bar down goals, those pretty ones. Andrew, let's run it back here on our HSN replay, and let's take a look at just what kind of contact he made. Ooh.
Yeah, that stayed out.
And the follow-up shot was well high. Hopefully not returning to a cracked windshield when we wrap this thing up.
Nice ball head to ball in the box, shoots it. Saved by a diving keeper. I'll go out of bounds.
Well, the hardest working man in show business right now is the keeper for the Lambton Lions. Marshall Nath is busy. A lot of shots coming his way.
It's a corner.
So we have another offensive chance coming up for Humber as the corner kick is coming in.
There's the kick. Off the head of ball, no.
Ball's bouncing there in a dangerous space, but the Lions do clear it out for the time being.
Rivera's cross is blocked, and that will result in another Humber corner.
So we're coming down to the last 10 minutes and change here in this first half. Andrew, what a success story for the Humber offense. My goodness.
Really blasting the doors open here today. Frost off ahead, scooped up by the keeper.
You know, we've highlighted though, Andrew, you know, just how strong Humber's defensive play is as well, and you've got to really think that old adage, right? The best, well, let's flip it. The best offense maybe is a good defense, because it's just giving Humber the opportunity to strip the ball away, constantly have possession, and just pour on the pressure. Ooh, look at that pass.
Big opportunity there, knocked down. Referee not pointing to the spot. That was just outside the box, but be a great free kick opportunity here for Humber.
Yeah, you said it, partner. Just called outside the box, but not by much. Maybe a few inches by the looks of where that ball has been spotted. Let's take one more look, Andrew, before this kick comes up. And yeah, that was the right call by the looks of it there in the replay. That was just outside. So what does Humber dial up here? Maybe a chance, well, really a golden chance to pop one more in before halftime.
Maybe two.
Ball and Mella are both kind of in the vicinity. And a rock, paper, scissors. Andrew, I couldn't quite make out with the naked eye who won that rock, paper, scissors, but looks like it was Mella.
Goes for it. Just misses that post.
Don't know if I've seen that method of determining who gets the free kick. The old RPS, Rochambeau.
That's a new one.
Maybe we should do that next game to see who gets to do play-by-play. Okay, Andrew, one more look at that. So it was ultimately Mella who got the crack at it, but was looking for that far side. Put it a little wide.
Humber back possessing the ball. At midfield. Nice long ball to ball in the corner. Then again into the middle. Good looking cross, but right to the keeper.
Looked a little dangerous as that was placed in a good spot, but again, a good position from the keeper to help glove that one down.
Jacob! Oh, great ball!
Rivera in the box. He'll be called offside.
And you hear Humber's captain, Matthew Leitch, really kind of applauding his team. And, you know, you have to agree, as much as that play will not count for his Rivera's third goal of the game. I mean, really great passing continues for Humber. And that's one thing, if you're Humber's head coach, Michael Aquino, I mean, you don't want to see, you know, anything loosen up and get sloppy as the game goes along, as you establish a very comfortable lead. Currently sitting at 7-0, but Humber continues to be playing tight. They're threatening. Still some high-quality opportunities being drummed up by this Humber team.
Long shot all the way in the net. Oh my.
And that is maybe 10, 12 yards across the center field line, and my goodness, just deciding. And you know, he kind of read that play right. I mean, why else would he have launched that boot towards the net? And Andrew, the 8th goal of the game for Humber comes on a long distance downtown shot.
And number 4 for Christian Kashishian. His incredible day just got that much better with the most stylish goal we've seen all day. Head butted ahead. Ball on the Lions, man. Kashishian looking for number 5 in the box. Hits the post.
Andrew, it's the kind of game where if you run to the fridge, if you're watching at home, to grab a Capri Sun or something, you might miss 1 or 2 Kashishian goals.
I'd wait till halftime.
Yeah, those Capri Sun juice boxes aren't going anywhere. Just wait, because the offensive fireworks are popping right now for this Humber team, and only about 6 minutes, or let's call it just under 6 minutes left here in this first half. And Humber has scored as many goals in this game as they have in their previous 4 combined.
Ball is up. And another goal there. Did that go directly in the net? I think it did.
Anyway, I got the celebration right there in front of the Ontario Soccer Center signs. Andrew, a 9-0 ball game where we're getting some spectacular goals, and almost seemingly increasingly spectacular. Did anybody get a hand on this? Or was that just a good old-fashioned
direct corner kick goal? Can't say I've seen too many of those in my soccer watching time.
I've ripped off a few of those in FIFA back in the day, but I don't think these peepers have ever seen it with the in-person format. So my goodness. Just an unstoppable force. This Humber offense.
So if that was not deflected, that would be the first of the game for Franz Mella. Humber still looking for more. Rivera trying to lose his man. Absorb some contact, still going. Knocked out of bounds, gonna stay Humber ball with the throw in. Humber back to their methodical passing game, going back to midfield, just trying to stretch out the field as much as possible. Mella, he just scored the last goal. Lige.
Captain's the one that got all this offensive output for Humber going with that penalty kick conversion, and what a way to kind of get the party started. And Humber have not looked back from there. It's been one goal after another. And Andrew, it's not like we're just seeing, you know, just kind of everyday goals. I mean, some of these have been highlight reel goals. If you were to put together a top 10 list of Humber's goals for the season at the end of the year, I mean, you might be pulling a few from this game, I mean, this half alone.
Absolutely. And the season's still pretty young, so that tells you a lot right there. Shot, it's a hard one, blocked.
Yeah, good defensive positioning there, but Humber still pressing.
Rivera battling.
Yeah, he's on the receiving end of a little forearm shiver there.
There's number 10. Look like Matias Lascano, excuse me.
And so all smiles for the team in the white kit today. And you mentioned Andrew now in the double-digit territory. One more look at the latest goal for the Hawks. And just the header was right on the money.
Yeah, beautiful cross there off the foot of Rivera. $10-0 before we even got to halftime. Incredible.
You know, Andrew, kind of a statement W for Humber, and you think about this sort of mojo component to this all right, too. You know, the psychology of being able to put this kind of offensive performance together. And boy, you'd really think that's going to carry over not just into tomorrow's matchup against St. Clair, but just to maybe remain in the sort of psyche of the Hawks as they go forward in the season.
And I mean, Humber expects to be the gold medal winners when it comes to soccer, and this is a gold medal performance here today. Big shot, hits the bar, rebound out.
Wow, a couple of these shots have absolutely blistered that crossbar. Another one right there. Maybe we'll have a chance for a second look. Andrew, you know, once we get to halftime, we'll likely have a chance to regroup and get a second look at some of these highlights.
Battle there. Lambton trying to get something going, but they lose it. Mella to that far side. Ball's wide. Cross into the box. Rivera, there's the hat trick. No, they're going to whistle that one dead, offside. So close to number 3 for Rivera. We're at the 45-minute mark. The referee will blow his whistle to mark the end of the first half. Humber with a dominant half. They scored early and often. They find themselves up 10-0.
You can say that again, partner. Domination really from start to finish. Andrew, let's take a look at a goal from number 12, a fellow that's put in, by my count, 4 goals in that half. And just another example of some of the finishing power. Yeah, it's 5 goals actually, Andrew. We're getting word. Kashishian. He had a couple from Riviere as well. Here's Riviere with the pass, and then just absolutely drilling that one up high. And it's just kind of bad bounces too, right? You see the defensive clear there right to a threatening Humber boot, and that one was buried. And a lot from that kind of angle right there has been going the way for the Humber Hawks. We saw really a breathtaking corner kick that just sailed right in by the looks of it. And how about this one? Almost, you know, about that one. Lost in the shuffle of that long distance goal.
That might go down as one of the goals of the season in all the OCAA this year. And just like that, we will take a break. Humber up in this one in dominant fashion.
So she's gonna come and
Grab a coffee, grab a Capri Sun. Come right back. We'll be back in 15 minutes. Stay tuned.
I've been doing this for 12 years, not once. Okay, man. And I'm not mad at her. I'm just trying to focus on something else. I'm just saying that, like. Sure, I'll give it to you right now. I'll make up some names.
Just what number's going out?
I don't know. That's the problem.
Okay, yeah, we'll come back to you.
That's all. And I'm not trying to be disrespectful.
No, I know. We'll come back to you.
But I promise you, in 12 years of doing this, including trips here, I've never been asked for half that.
No, but it's like we can ask you. The referees are usually supposed to ask you.
Nobody's ever once asked me. That's all. So I was, you know what I'm saying? And I'm trying to deal with a bunch of other things right now.
Probably going to be everybody who's not starting.
Oh, it's 11. Is it 11? No, it's 10. Let's go to the last minute goal. No, it's not. 10. No problem. We just go in? I don't think he's going to care. Go, D, do you want to that? Franz, are you staying in? Me? Are you staying in?
Yeah. I have 3 assists. Where you put it down?
No, I know. You took your wrist wrap off.
I know. I thought I was.
Hello, Nick. Hello, Nick. Yeah. Yeah, I did. Is it okay now? Okay.
Have you got the numbers, Humber?
You want our subs to come in at half, or can they? You want them all to come in from here?
Welcome back to Ontario Soccer Centre for half number 2 of our match and doubleheader game number 2. Humber Hawks, Lambton Lions. Men's game here today. First half has just been a complete drubbing by the Hawks. They sit up in this one 10-0. Matthew Leitch opened the scoring off a penalty shot, and then Christian Kasheshian, 5 goals in that first half alone. Add an assist to that. Marcus Rivera, 2 goals, 2 assists. Luca Pinto with the goal. Franz Mella, goal and an assist. And Jacob Ball with 2 apples in that one. Everything coming up Humber, not only in this match, but all day. Plenty of goals for the blue and gold. Team switching sides. Hawks wearing white, Lambton wearing blue. Nice steal there. Looking to get through the middle. Lambton losing it at the edge of their defending third. Get it right back. Lambton working up an attack. Humber wants an offside, and they get it.
Well, for Lambton, certainly want to start off. It's a new half, Andrew, and I think maybe the most productive thing to do is just approach it like, back at 0-0 and just try to maybe win the half and get some positive momentum here, because certainly a half to remember for the Humber Hawks, as seems like everything was going right with, countless gorgeous goals getting popped in. And we'll see if we get a different dynamic here, but the home team rolling on day 1 of a weekend doubleheader here at the Ontario Soccer Centre.
Yeah, tomorrow St. Clair Saints in town for another soccer doubleheader, so stay tuned to HSM for that one. But for now, Lambton looking for answers here, down double digits in Vaughan. Nice long ball, cleared out. And for the Lions, there's really a two-step approach here. You got to have a short memory, number one, and then when you look at the scoreboard, you got to think, well, they did it, so why can't we do it in the second half? It's going to be a tough one here given Humber's precise passing here, really picking apart this Lambton defense.
A couple of fresh faces in the game as well, Andrew, as Humber has really gone to some depth players here as we have entered the second half. But a clean 10 spot in that first half for Humber.
Yeah, usually if you score 3 goals in a half in soccer, if you're up 3-0, they call that a perfect half. So I guess that was 3 perfect halves in one then. Absolutely everything coming up Humber. Men's and women's here this afternoon.
Yeah, Humber women's team, they shut out the Lions in the ladies matchup earlier today. Humber didn't quite hit the double-digit mark, but they were kind of knocking on the door. Not far off.
Yeah, they were up 5-0 at halftime, scored a couple quick ones in the early second half, but after that they kind of let their foot off the gas pedal a little bit. Nice interception there. Ball gives chase. He won't get to it in time though. Lambton trying to enter the attacking third. Moving out wide in the box. Whistle blowing the play dead. It's going to be a free kick here for Humber.
So yeah, a couple of early second half offside calls going against this Lambton team. Sense a little frustration on that call. As you know, this Lambton squad is just looking to kind of turn the tables a little bit here and get their offense established, but talk about getting an offense established, a clinic in that first half for Humber. And you know, the soccer gods kind of helping out a little bit as well. There was some good bounces, but I'll tell you what, the skill on display in that first half as well was some absolutely gorgeous goals.
And a great ball going out wide from Jacob Ball. That one squirts just out of bounds. It's going to be a goal kick. Lambton's going to try and get something going here, but they really haven't had much possession at or around that Humber 18-yard box, so it's been a tough one from them scoring-wise or just offense-wise in general. And if Humber can just contain those, it's going to be smooth sailing from here. Mella, good job advancing the ball. Couple players tangled up. Lambton back in possession, whistle blown. It's going to be a free kick for the Lions.
Humber not been guilty of too many of those violations today.
No.
They've been able to kind of dictate where this game has taken place. And for Humber, it was kind of setting up shop in that offensive zone. And the attack was really a big part of that first 45 minutes. Andrew, certainly the first 5 minutes here in the second half is certainly the throttle down in terms of Humber's ability to keep the pressure on. And we're seeing Lambton a couple pushes into Humber's zone. So maybe some early indications that some different dynamics will be at play here in the second half.
Humber working out wide. Back to Mella in the middle. Out wide, the other way. Trying to find a way into the box. He's in. Shot. Wasn't the most powerful shot, but it was a tricky one. Goalie had to dive to his right.
It was well placed, Andrew. There was a little window of opportunity there, and you know, I think the shooter kind of put it on the spot, but just a heads up piece of goalkeeping there from Marshall Maith. The first-year guy is able to make a solid save there, closing down the angle. Look out now.
Wow. Great job by the Humber defender there to grab possession of that back. Mella now with some pressure gets it through. Humber just with the ball on a string right now.
Yeah, some really great work there from Isaiah Reed.
And right back to the back line.
Yeah, how about some of the moves there from the third-year player?
Mello, long ball into the corner. That one blocked. Out of bounds. Will stay Humber ball. Mello, not much pressure against him. Mello back with him, man on him.
Very patient look here for the Hawks.
Centers it. Here's Kay. Blasts it from way out wide, and that'll be easily saved by the keeper.
Yeah, Kay got the shot up there. A pass came in from Isaiah Reed. Isaiah Reed, you can kind of see those banners there in the background alongside where the spectators are, and all those years are the years that Humber captured the men's soccer national championship, and Isaiah Reed, a member of that 2018 championship team. Took a few years off of OCAA soccer. That's why the young man is only in his third year of OCAA eligibility.
Deep ball, but no danger at all. Hawks will vacuum that one back up. Nice little ticky-tacky there, but just a little too far out of bounds.
Well, Andrew, we got Headband McGillicuddy, a.k.a. Maggio Massimo, who is really turning on the Jets for Humber. Keep an eye on number 20. He's seen a couple plays where he is absolutely flying. Pardon me, Massimo Maggio. Kind of got myself flip-flopped there.
Lambton was in control, still is. Humber will break that loose. Trying to escape a couple players, giving chase. It's gonna be a race for the ball, keeper first to it. Right back to Isaiah Reed.
Find a guy.
Nice cross, it's deep. Ball's got it. He's in the box. Kicked away safely.
That's another way of understanding things. See, there's another sort of leadership. Corner kick.
It's gonna be a corner kick here for the Hawks. We will have Damien Kay taking it. 10 minutes gone in the second half.
So Humber looking to the fifth-year veteran to handle this corner kick.
Squirts around, still loose. Lambton will kick it out. Throw in Humber.
Might have an injured Lion. Yeah, we have a member of the visiting team down on the turf. Not sure any official has. Oh, I think we have spotted it now. pause in the action here while the injured Lion will limp off on that back goal line. And it looks like we'll have a new player checking in for the Lambton, number 16. We'll be jumping into the game here. That's going to be Kai Duong. Another fifth-year athlete on the field now.
I believe he started this game, so he's checking back in.
And Duong in his fifth year. Andrew, no other player on this roster for the Lions today is beyond their second year. So Duong really standing out in terms of a more experienced player on the squad. 5'11" midfielder. See what kind of impact he has here.
Yeah, it could be tough when you have an experienced team. Knocked out of bounds. Another corner for Humber coming up.
Well, Andrew, give credit to Lambton. You could imagine a situation where a team in this kind of hole that's been on the receiving end of some high-powered scoring for Humber, you know, that could sort of boil up the frustration.
Yeah.
And we're definitely seeing this Lambton team, you know, give them credit, keeping their cool and really taking some positive steps here in half number 2. And holding Humber off the board thus far. Damien Kay with another corner opportunity.
Yeah, the defense not looking as leaky for Lambton. Ball goes right through the box, and Isaiah Reed's first on that. Get it through. There's another cross. That'll be knocked away. Still alive. Bicycle kick. That's saved.
Wow, a highlight reel play from the kick in the near 11th goal of the game. But Andrew, the save was right there. And how about Marshall, the first-year keeper, making an absolute beauty there. And that play was just good to watch all around.
Here's another chance. Kay, header in the box. Big save there. We're that close from 11-0.
Back-to-back major league saves right there. Boy, oh boy. And you kind of feel like Humber is knocking on the door of maybe getting the offense back in the picture. But right now it's the keeper, Marshall Maith, keeping this game where the score's at.
One more corner kick coming out for Humber. Damien Kay once again to take it. As we approach the 60th minute here.
Running onto the field for a substitution for this Lambton team, number 26, first-year player by way of India, Tarek Godari.
Hey, gentlemen on the bench, we don't need that today. Cut it out. Guys, cut it out.
Little pause in the action here, Andrew. We're waiting on the corner kick, but it seems like a Lambton player fell down on the turf as we were awaiting this corner kick. Looks like the player is going to stay on the field.
Referee just giving his last few instructions. There's the cross in the box, shot that's blocked. And we will get another corner kick.
Different tactic this time, playing it up to Mella.
Looking for a lane. Shoots that, but right to the keeper. It will stay 10-0.
Stringing together lots of saves here in this second half is the Lambton keeper.
Munez wins that back. Almost knocked down, no call.
Swift-footed Munez somehow stays on his feet. Good balance on display.
You guys aren't addressing it at all.
Pinto to take the throw in.
Ridiculous.
Ball with it. Does he have a lane? Nice pass to Muniz. No. Still on it. Looking for the cross.
Pinto almost had it.
Pinto with a little bit of disruption there to keep that Lambton attack from going right away. There might be a chance. Player running down with a head of steam. He stopped. Crosses it the other way. That's intercepted. Reed. Pinto now. Little give and go. Reed with it. He's got a man on him. He's got two on him. Tries to get around, knocked down.
Yeah, he's hauled down for sure there. He's wrapped up, and the whistle comes for the official, so that will go against the Lions. And Andrew, I think a free kick for Humber, maybe 5 feet outside the box, but way on that far corner. See what Humber can maybe dial up here.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see if they go for a direct free kick or a cross. I suspect they'll just go for it, but we'll see.
US 11! Simon, who are you marking?
Okay, the kick. Just missed the near side. It was a hard shot. Just the accuracy was missing by just a little bit.
Let me control him.
Simon, go. Let's go. Now.
So checking out of the game for the Lions here will be Simon Arenas, first-year player by way of Columbia. And into the game is another first-year player by way of India, Saksham Shukla.
No, you got the name, but pronunciation is absolutely right. Right on.
Hey, I'm glad to hear it.
No, but like I know how to pronounce Indian names, right? So you got the pronunciation exactly right. Next time I travel, understand your sarcasm much better.
Whistle blow that play dead.
Offside.
Thomas Joseph was offside there.
Oh boy.
Ball with it again. He's got a few assists here already today. Kay losing it in the box. He gets it back. Could be another opportunity. Crosses it. Joseph, that's blocked. Joseph in the box, centering it. Muniz on it. Mella trying to get around his man. He loses it. Ball. Nice little move, couldn't finish. Humber still in possession. There's Mella. Gets around the man, trying to get around the keeper. He pots it.
Another gorgeous goal for the highlight reel. And Mella rocking number 21. And Andrew, it was just a little extra move at the end that made all the difference. Just under that 66-minute mark. Andrew, a second look here. Mella, there's that last move. And he had a wide open man all alone in front two in Thomas Joseph. But for Mella, who I believe was the proprietor of that unbelievable corner kick goal from in the first half.
2 goals and an assist for number 21 here today.
2 and 1 for number 21. A little symmetry there, Andrew. So substitutions coming in the game. Humber's de facto captain at the start of the game. Matthew Leish is checking back in on that defensive side, and Mella, after popping a couple in the back of the net, he has a excellent performance and will check out of this game for the time being.
Let's go, boys!
Joseph centered in the box. No. Good job to win that back. That was Isaiah Reed. Man knocked down. Ref just kind of shrugged, says no call. Joseph getting around his man. Crosses it just long for Muniz. Can he keep it in? Yes, he does.
But the whistle came in at any rate. Maybe the offside put the brakes on that one. The kibosh on that offensive drive.
Lambton trying to get something going here in the second half.
And yeah, the recently checked into the game, number 12 for Lambton, Robert Hoster, trying to lead the charge right now in the offensive zone.
Trying to go into the box.
So we're right about at that 69-minute mark, and we'll have, I believe, the first corner kick opportunity of the game for this Lions team.
Yeah, I believe you're right, partner.
Victor Mantilla. Is taking the corner here.
Edge of the box, shot, blocked. Humber gets that out safely. Ball giving chase. He's running out wide. Still got it, he's got a head of steam. Tries to center it, gives it away.
Yeah, that time a lot of speed blistering into the zone, Andrew, but the pass across just maybe didn't quite have the awareness of where to put it, and quickly back in the Humber zone now.
But the player there was way offside. Looked like a couple lines there were offside. Lambton perhaps a little overzealous to try and cut into this lead, just get something going before they got to go home. Humber working it far side. Good ball up to ball. He's going to be whistled down for offside.
Yeah, disappointed. Jacob Ball there.
Here's Isaiah Reed trying to advance.
There's that veteran for the Lambton Lions, Duong, clearing it out.
Lige passes it back to the keeper.
Carm spread, more. Jen.
Ball Ball dribbling into the corner. Thomas is giving chase.
Substitution for Humber. You know it, brother.
Be out of bounds. Lions ball.
Close it down, man. Clean sheet. Let's go, Marcus. Get another one, too.
Well done, Jacob. 6.
Carmine Fiore checking out of this one for Marcus Rivera.
Seven's on or 17?
17's on.
Good to see him. I don't know why
Leitch with it. Centering it. Muniz. Rivera. Muniz. Trip to the box. Referee points to the spot. That's a penalty. Humber opened up the scoring with a penalty, and they'll get one here in the 73rd minute to try and extend their lead to 12-0.
Yeah, well, maybe some penalty kicks to kind of bookend both sides of this game if the conversion can be made here by Santiago Muniz, a fourth-year player by way of Toronto, and a chance to pop Humber's second goal of the half, 12th of the match if he can convert.
And that's a goal. No mistake there on that penalty. Humber's up 12-0.
And Andrew, with that, Humber now one goal off of tying the men's soccer record for the Hawks in terms of goals scored in a game. They scored 13 in a road game in 2021 against Sioux, and 12 here at home on a friendly turf here today, as Muniz buries Humber's second penalty kick of the game. Humber now 2 for 3 on penalty kicks on the season. Only had one in 4 games coming into today, but earning 2 and burying both here today.
Team K trying to force the issue here. Putting pressure on the Lambton defense. Trying to move it out quickly, but they'll kick it out of bounds. Throwing Humber.
Caleb.
Looks like a substitution here, Andrew. Out is number 6 for the Lions. That's Caleb Newton-Barani. And on his way into the game is Giordano Troiani. So 2 second-year players that find themselves in the midfielder position. They're swapping out roles here.
Leitch with it.
Andrew, I can't imagine the program record for the Hawks is really on their mind right now in terms of if they were to score another goal, they would be tying. But Andrew, you know, it's been brought to my attention. It is head coach Michael Aquino's birthday. And what a present his players have been able to kind of give in their own way, right, with this type of performance. And we talk about, obviously, the offensive number is kind of pops out to you, but defensively, I mean, that's something that Humber, you know, really has on their side as well throughout the season.
Yep.
And even though they only scored 8 goals coming into this match, you know, that's been enough to keep them as at an undefeated record. Just because you can rely, even if you only maybe pump 1 or 2 goals in some of those early games or earlier games this year, it's still been enough to get that W thanks to the defense. And you know, they say, Andrew, defense wins championships.
Exactly. And these Humber guys, this team knows a thing or two about winning championships, right? So Humber rock solid back there.
Yeah, well said, partner.
Bouncing ball, no mistake there by the keeper to hang on to that.
gave me the freedom to make mistakes.
Closing stages of this game of the second half, under 15 minutes left to go. Don't imagine we'll see too much extra time added onto the clock. It's been all Humber since the early stages of this one.
And then if that's happening again, just let him know it's not happening. Just be quiet. Give the freedom.
When he first started, I was more on him when he first started.
Nunez. Little body bump at the box.
Okay, so when we're done, the banner is saying that the tents are going to go in the sea container down.
Rivera passes it back. Is that wide? Trying to move this into the middle. Approaching the box. Big blast goes wide. Massimo Maggio going well wide with that attempt. It's going to be a goal kick.
Just shy of 12 minutes remain here, Andrew, and much like we saw at the end of the first half, don't expect much in the way of injury time. Tacked on here, might be 90 on the dot. Andrew, worth mentioning, a little bit of an earlier start time tomorrow for the Humber Hawks, as we'll see that start time at 2:30. And the women's game is set to kick off at noon. So the St. Clair Saints come to town, and the Saints are coming marching into a Humber team on both the men and women's side of things, who've got to be feeling pretty good about parrying some of these shots in the back of the net. So we'll see again how this all transfers over into tomorrow's matchup.
Let's hope they can carry it over. Maggio, edge of the box. Trying to center it. Right to the Lambton defenders, though. Knowles right on it. Coming up. Is he going to shoot it? He's got a head of steam. Loses it, though. Here come the lines the other way. Messabay's there. Isaiah Reed got onto that one. Ooh. Nifty little move there by Rivera.
Real slick.
And he'll pass it back to Sinai, the keeper. 80th minute here at Ontario Soccer Center. Maggio. Centering it to Kay. Edge of the box. Looking for a lane. Got around a man. Trying to get around another. Shoots it. That's saved.
You know, Humber has been really picking a lot of corners in the second half. And, you know, the difference in second half is the goalkeeper has really been in position, and maybe sort of that, you know, time to reflect in the halftime period. And as a result, we've certainly seen a lot of great saves by the Lambton keeper. First-year player Marshall Maith here in the second half, and that has really kind of scaled back the offensive output for Humber. Only 2 goals added on here in the back half of this game.
Humber operating their own end. Muniz, Thomas Joseph, cutting to the middle, shoots. That's well wide.
That one just kind of sailed on him a little bit. So a couple last-minute strikes towards the net here for Humber. So far coming up snake eyes here as the score sits one shy of the Humber men's soccer program record of goals scored in a game. But I think head coach Michael Aquino, celebrating his birthday for Humber today, is probably not gonna have any sort of feelings about scoring just 12. I mean, this has been a wonderful performance for Humber, and you certainly get the impression this is an offensive performance that, you know, you remember and you can kind of build upon and really start to unleash more performances like this as the year goes on in terms of scoring more than just 1 or 2 goals. That's kind of been the MO for Humber thus far up until this afternoon.
Yeah, it's certainly been a dominant afternoon here for these Humber Hawks, and I mean, it's been perfect up and down. Offense, defense, midfield, possession, everything you could ask for from a great soccer team has been here on display this afternoon. And head coach Michael Aquino on his birthday has got to be quite pleased. Okay, to Joseph, shoots. Right on target. Keeper makes the save. Humber throw-in. It's going to be Maggio taking it.
You don't need to drop in there. Find a guy. You have no one in that space right now. Here, look at here. Derek, who do you have?
Reed, getting around his man. He loses it. Lambton trying to get something going here. They're running out of opportunities, though. Under 7.5 minutes left to play. Throw in. Lambton loses it in midfield. We got it right back on the throw in. Lambton battling at midfield. They'll pass it back. Under pressure, they'll have to kick it up. Humber will pick it up. Looking for Thomas Joseph. Can he get around his man? He does. Another nice nifty move. That's blocked. Shoots again. That's in. Thomas Joseph puts it away. 13-0. Humber's up, tying a program record.
Well, Andrew, no surprise that even for a storied program like the Humber men's soccer team that we're seeing a program record here for goals scored, because this is just a rare performance. And look at that second effort there to bury it. And yes, indeed, we are watching a historic performance from Humber here. As per usual, leaning on rock-solid defense, but what's really stood out here, obviously, is just the offensive production. It started early, and I mean, we had a point in that first half where there was 2 goals separated by maybe about 10 seconds. And that just kind of helps to illustrate what Humber's been able to do today. You know, tough as a Lambton team comes here on the road. I think I overheard that they had a little bit of transportation snafus as well with the bus getting down here. So not an ideal way to start the day. And Humber on their home field looking real comfortable here. Another chance on the way.
Maggio edge of the box just avoids that slide tackle. Centers it. And that one-time attempt just over the net. That could have been the record. 4 minutes left to play.
And just to finish that thought, you know, Lambton coming in, they know they're taking on the 3rd-ranked team in the nation. And, you know, not very uncommon to see Humber holding down that #1 spot in the nation. So kind of helps illustrate the kind of team Humber is, and boy, it has just been firing on all cylinders here for this Humber Hawk team. Been fun to watch, Andrew. There have been some pretty goals that are going to be worth a second or third look, and have to dial up that Humber Hawks Instagram page maybe for some of those highlights. Always watch that full game back later on the YouTube, Humber Hawks YouTube channel.
Might check that out tonight if I'm feeling a little bit nostalgic.
Or if we want to go real nostalgic, the Humber Hawks MySpace page, Andrew, I heard is still up and running.
MySpace did have one cool feature, though. You could play music on your page.
You could play music on your page. Really kind of let the people know the emotions you're feeling at that given week, you know? That song, usually something by My Chemical Romance or 30 Seconds to Mars. But Andrew, another cool thing about MySpace is that you could select a list, a power rankings of your best friends. Now that, talk about the CCAA rankings, how about the MySpace friend rankings, boy.
That just seems like too much trouble.
No, that was not a good idea. We can look back now.
Someone was on some substances, excuse me, when they came up with that. We won't say which, we can only speculate.
We miss you, MySpace.
Some more than others, but. 2 minutes left to go. Lambton losing the ball at the attacking third. Keeper had to dive. Sinai making a good attempt there, but that one going wide.
Andrew, about a minute and a half left on the official clock here at the home of the Humber Hawks. 13-0 is our score.
Humber, can they get the one more, get the program record? Maggio giving chase. Muniz turn on the pressure. He'll get called for a foul.
Yeah, Muniz called for being a little too strong there.
'90th minute. Lambton moving all their players up. They'll swing the ball the other way wide. The players for Humber open up on the field. They'll just swing it back. Maggio. Pass back. The far side. Centers it for Kay. Moves around. Maggio. Pass it back. Toscano on the far side entering the box. Crossed. That was for Rivera. Didn't get to him. Knocked out. Lambton pushing for one more. That one's blocked. Lines being forced out wide.
So we're now past that 90-minute mark, Andrew, and that'll do it.
Humber scores big, 13 against the Lambton Lions in an all-out drubbing here today this afternoon. A couple successful games here for Humber, and it was an afternoon to remember for the Humber Hawks, men and women.
Yeah, I talk about the Hawks tying a program record for goals scored in a game. Now, we might have to check for goals scored in a half, because at the 45-minute mark when we went into our intermission, it was 10-0 for the Hawks. This was ultimately just one of those days where the number 3 ranked team in the nation was playing like, you know, maybe number 1. You know, this was really an opponent that, tough to believe that this Humber Hawk team has had offensive struggles, if you want to call it that, earlier this season, because it was absolutely dialed in for today. Andrew, we mentioned this is game one of a doubleheader this weekend. So after the Humber men and women both captured W's in their Saturday afternoon games, we have the St. Clair Saints coming to town for another home doubleheader here, men and women's soccer tomorrow right here at the same venue.
Can they get the doubleheader sweep? We'll have to find out tomorrow. It's going to be a good one. We're going to ask you to watch us with us once again on HSN for another great day. And certainly was a tremendous day here. For myself, Andrew Milani, my broadcast partner, Matt Hamill, and the rest of us here at HSN, thank you. We'll see you soon.